Hi everyone. Now let us see how to draw the orthographic projections of a hexagonal prism is resting on horizontal plane with its corner and also its axis is inclined to HP. You can see on the screen the question is all about the hexagonal prism of the base side is 30 mm and the height of the solid is 100 mm. Okay. So before drawing into this one, let's have a look how it will be resting on HP with its corner. So you can see this is a hexagonal prism is resting on a corner out of the two bases. On the lower base it is resting on a corner and the axis is inclined to HP. So this is the final stage. So before going to the final stage, first we will construct the stage 1. What is stage 1? See, the hexagonal prism is resting on HP. So you can see that the base of the prism, whereas the hexagonal prism consists of two bases, upper base and lower base. This lower base is resting on horizontal plane. So when the base is resting on horizontal plane, the front view looks like a rectangle and the top view looks like a true shape of the polygon on horizontal plane. You can see guys, the upper base is denoted with the new alphabets and the lower base is denoted with numbers. So when you see from the top, the upper base is clearly visible. That's why I marked the outer side A, B, C, D, E, F, the hexagonal shape. Whereas the lower shape is invisible to us when you see from the top side. That's why the lower base is invisible. We are marking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inside, which is invisible. Now let us have a clear look on the front view. When you see from this side, now you can see guys, side 1A, AF, F6, 61. This rectangular face is clearly visible to the eyesight. That's what we did here. This one from here to here, here to here, here to here and here to here. This rectangular face is clearly visible and this partially visible. This rectangular face is partially visible. What is that rectangular face? BA1 to B. This rectangular face is partially visible to us. That's what you can see. This one is a partially visible rectangular face. The same applies for F, E, 5, 6, F. This one. This is also a partially visible rectangular face. So finally we can say that when you see from this side, edge B2 is visible, A1 is visible, F6 is visible, E5 is visible. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 edges are clearly visible. This is the upper base and this is the lower base. And coming to this one, this line represents the axis of the prism because there is no overlapping is taking place here. That's why I am straight away drawing the axis as long short line. And coming to here, we can see that the A1 edge is clearly visible, but coming to C3 is invisible. We already know that whenever a hidden line or dashed line overlaps with the visible line, we will give the first priority to the visible line. So that's why C3 is a hidden line, A1 is a visible line. When the lines are overlapping between the dashed line and the visible line, we are going to consider the visible line. That's why I took it as A1. So visible line. The same applies for the D4 is hidden line, F6 is visible line. So when you consider the overlapping priority, first priority goes to the visible line. That's why I am considering as F6 as visible, D is invisible, but I draw the visible line here. So with this we completed the stage 1. So first let us draw the first stage in the AutoCAD. You can see here, this is the stage 1. The front view is a rectangle, top view is a true shape of the polygon. Now we will construct the same in the AutoCAD. Let's come to the second stage later. Okay. You can see here. Now first we will draw the true shape of the polygon. Polygon, number of sides 6, edge method. I switched on the ortho. Very good. Now base side is 30 mm. Okay, so when you see from the top, already we know that the true shape of the polygon is the top view. Now when you see from the top, we know that upper base is clearly visible. Let's give the notations for this one. Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is the upper base and this is the lower base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the invisible part I marked inside, visible part marked outside. Okay, so we completed the top view. So using this top view, we are going to construct the front view of the prism. Yes, now first I am drawing the lower base. Okay, now from here, this is the projector for the axis. Height of the axis is 100 mm. Okay, now let's draw the rectangular faces. The rectangular faces also will be of 100 mm only. 100, 100, 100, 100. Already we drawn the okay, let's draw the lower base and let's draw the upper base. Okay, let us give the notations. When you see from the front, this one, the upper base is clearly visible. This one marks as B dash, clearly visible, and here A dash is visible, C dash is invisible, marking as A dash of C dash, and coming to here F dash of D dash, F dash of D dash, and coming to here E dash. We finish the upper base. Coming to lower base, you can see that this is the lower base. 2 dash is clearly visible, 1 dash of 3 dash, and coming to here 6 dash of 4 dash, and this is all about 5 dash. You can cross check also the same. B dash, A dash of C dash, F dash of D dash, E dash, same. Now let us give the line weight and line color type also for the sake of better visibility. Okay, so to display the line weight, already all you are familiar with the command called LWD, line weight display. Enter, on. Yeah, so this is the axis. So if you see here, this is a continuous line. No, there is not perfect one. So what we need to do is that for the current drawing sheet, I am going to load 2 types of lines. That is, one is the hidden line and one more is the axis line. I am going to load that style of line to the current drawing sheet. Load. Always I prefer center 2 for the axis line. Load. Dash 2 for the hidden line. Okay, now this is belongs to the axis line. So now I will go for the center 2. You can see here in the layout, it's clearly visible. Yeah, so if you want to change the line style, now LTS, line type scale. Enter. Right now it is 1. Let me try for 0.5. Yeah, okay, let us check here. Yeah, it's perfectly visible in the layout. Always we need to give priority to the layout only rather than model space, because here it is clearly visible axis line. Okay, good. Suppose if you want to see here line type scale, let us give instead of 0.55, still not visible. Let me try with the line type scale 10. You can see the axis line here, but here it becomes as a continuous line. So based on your visibility and adjustment, you can adjust. Right now this is the axis line, line type scale 20. Yeah, only for the model space I took it as a line type scale 20. Whenever you want to see in the layout, please don't use line type scale 20, go for 0.5. Just for the visibility here I took it as 20. Keep it in mind. Okay, now the stage 1 got completed. The front view and the this is the front view and the top view of a hexagonal prism when the base is resting on HP, the complete base. Now according to the question, main point is that resting on HP with its corner. So what I am going to do now is that I am going to consider the corner 2. So now the complete prism is going to rest on the corner 2. When it is resting on the corner 2, the position will be like this, resting on corner 2, and the axis of the prism is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. So when the prism is inclined to HP, the front view appears as a inclined rectangle without any change in the dimensions. The same rectangle will get tilted at an angle of 30 degrees. When it is get tilted at 30 degrees, the top view will change. I mean the complete top view of the prism will get changed compared to the stage 1. So what I am going to do is that whenever there is a tilt of 30 degrees, there is no change in the front view as dimensions. So that's why what I am going to do is that I am going to select Control C, Control V. Yeah. Rotate, enter. So axis, right now it is 90 degrees, so 30 degrees tilt it has to take. So what I am going to do is 30 degrees. Okay, let me check dimension, angular. See, it's 60 degrees. Already all you are familiar, already it is 90 degrees, but I gave 30 degrees. When it is giving 30 degrees, it will move only to the 30 degrees, but I want 30 degrees. So what I need to do is that I need to give 60 degrees. Rotate, done, 60 degrees. DAN, dimension, angular. Perfect. Now the axis of the prism is inclined at 30 degrees to horizontal plane. Okay, once again let me take it out everything, because it is resting on a corner. That's why move this corner point. I'll keep it here. Perfect. The front view got finished. Now it's time to draw the final top view. So for this purpose, I am going to draw the projectors of the upper base. Now the projectors of the lower base. Okay, now it's time to draw the horizontal projectors. Done. So we'll trim the unnecessary portion. TR, enter. Very good. Okay, let's mark the notations first. I'll do one thing. Text empty, enter. B1 suffix instead of 5, let me go for 5. Okay, done. Copy, enter. Mode multiple, I'll go. Please switch off the ortho. Yeah. Now I can mark here, can mark here, can mark here, can mark. Okay, now I placed the notations, everything. Now let us see. So this one belongs to the B and this one belongs to the B. That's why B1. And coming to here, this vertical projector belongs to AC. And coming to here, this projector belongs to CD. The common point is C. I am taking it as C1. Okay. Now again, this projector belongs to FD and this projector belongs to D. The common point is D. Okay. And now this projector belongs to this one, E, and this projector belongs to B and E. The common point is E. Okay. Now this one you can see here AC and this one AF. The common point is A. Okay. And this one is FD AF. Common point is F. Okay, F. So we completed the notations for the upper base. Now let us go for the lower base. And this one belongs to 2 and this one belongs to 2, 5. Common one is 2. 2, 1. This one 1, 3, 3, 4. 3. This one 4. This one 5. This one 1. This one 6. Good. Now we completed all the notations for the upper base and lower base. Now let's see what and all the visible and what and all are not visible. So already I discussed in the previous videos of hexagonal pyramid everywhere. So whenever I used to draw the projections, I'll split into parts. First I will draw the bases and then the rectangular faces. So now when you see from the top, when the prism is inclined at 30 degrees to HP, when you see from the top, this is the upper base and this is the lower base. When you see from the top, the upper base is clearly visible. There is no part of invisibility. Complete visibility. Just assume that whenever you are seeing from this one, imagine. So the upper base is clearly visible. So that's why what I am going to do here is that take a polyline A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to A. So this is the upper base which is clearly visible. There is no hidden line. Good. So now I draw the upper base. Very good. Now come to this one. Whenever you see from the top, coming to the lower base, only the sides 4, 5, 5, 6 are visible. When you see from the top, the base sides, only the 4, 5, 5, 6 are clearly visible to your eyesight. Coming to 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 6 are not clearly visible. So what I am going to do is that only 4, 5, 5, 6 only visible. So to do that one, instead of taking a polyline, let me take normal lines. I'll connect first with 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 1. As I said, whenever you see from the top, only the 4, 5 and 5, 6 are clearly visible. That's why I am considering these two as invisible line. Sorry guys. 0.35 color. And coming to, as I said, 1, 3, 1, 2, all these are invisible. 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 6, all these are invisible. First let me give the color. I am taking it as dashed 2. So whenever you feel difficulty, you can do, you can adjust, not a big deal. Yeah, so successfully we completed the bases. The upper base is clearly visible. The lower base, in the lower base only 4, 5, 5, 6 are visible, and the remaining all the 4 sides of the base are invisible. That's why I marked with the dashed line. You can see here above the axis 4, 5, 5, 6. Below the axis 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, everything is invisible. This one is also invisible. Now next step is coming to the rectangular faces. When you see from the top, this face EF, F6, 65, 5E is clearly visible. The same applies for 4D, DE, E5, 54. This one is also clearly visible. And coming to this one, you can see this one is partially visible. So what I am going to do is that now the rectangular faces also I am going to mark. First, when you see from the top, E5 is clearly visible, D4 is clearly visible, F6 is clearly visible. E5, D4, F6. Okay, let's go to this one. First take a line. E5 is clearly visible. Okay, E5 is clearly visible. Next, D4 is clearly visible, and then F6 is clearly visible. These three edges, when you see from the top, the three rectangular face edges are clearly visible. Okay, done. What about these? As of now, E5, D4, F6 only withdrawn. When you see from the top, C3 is invisible, B2 is invisible, A1 is invisible. Those are hidden lines. But when you know, of course all of you know that these are overlapping with these three edges are overlapping with these three visible lines. So according to the priority, already we have taken the visible lines. So there is no need of drawing these visible lines because already these three lines are overlapped with the visible lines. Very good. Now there is one more confusion here. Actually here the axis is here. Axis of the solid is here. When you see from the top, this is the visible line, in between center line, and the lower part is the hidden line. So here the three lines are overlapping. Visible line is overlapped with the center line is also overlapped with the hidden line. According to the priority, all we know that first priority has been given to the visible line. So E5, you can see that E5. From here to here we can draw a center line. You can see that from here to here. This is the axis line. Already visible line is here. So this one is the center line. Center line. See, this one from here to here it's clearly visible. So what I am going to do is this. This is the axis line and this one is completely visible, and here it is the dashed line. B2 from B2 2 is dashed line. You can see here B2 is a hidden line. Take a line, only this portion will be hidden line. Perfect. You can see that this is the visible edge and this is the axis line and this is the hidden line. So this is all about the complete orthographic projections of a hexagonal prism of side 30 mm is resting on HP with its corner and axis is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. Now let us give the dimensions also. This is first, don't forget, axis, height and base, side. Already for the sake of visibility I took this side of the drawing to make this one. If you want you can try this one. Just this upper base will be here and the lower base will be here. That's it. So it's all about your imagination, how you are drawing and then doing. That's it guys.